Welcome to video 3, the digestion by Urban Forex. Alright, so now in this video, what I'm going to be talking about with you is to understand a concept of digestion. Similar to the rubber band man, maybe the rubber band man might not suit you as well, but this might, because we live in an industry in today's world where we just focus and bombard people with health, 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 food, 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 health, food. So let's talk a little bit in that tone, okay? Now, because that tone is very common and understanding with most people. Okay, so having that said, that might be an easier way to understand. Now, for you to understand when a market is getting ready, so let's say we have now, in this case, we have an uptrend, right? So let me draw this. Okay, we got an uptrend coming in. And now you're thinking, okay, I know this is power. I know it's also a breach. It's breaking Asia or London or New York. So it's got all the elements to it, including fundamentals. But my job is to get on to this buy with the larger player. However, I can't get on unless I get a better price. So how does the better price come in? Okay, so take a look at this. Now, if the better price comes in like this, our goal is to get in. Okay, let me draw this for you. Okay, our goal is to get in here, okay? But many times you will be tempted to think, oh, maybe it's now, and then stop loss. Oh, maybe it's now, and then stop loss. Oh, maybe this is the best price, and if I take it now, I will get the best price. Stop loss. I think it's here. It's too slow. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I close the trade. You want to time it to get in until here in this area where your fear and your greed are both under control. Okay? Notice all these places can be easily solved with a wider stop loss. You don't want to be doing that. You want to understand how to do this correctly without the element of now? How about now? Is it now? What about now? You're not playing a testing game with your money, right? You can't do that. It's going to be too costly just to understand when the trade should move. I want you to use your logic as much as possible in this. So let me take it all the way back and let me show you something like this. I want you to think in terms of this. If you eat a large meal, how long does it take you to digest? It takes longer, right? If you eat a small meal, how long does it take you to digest? It's faster. Simple enough, right? Now, with that in mind, I want you to keep in mind memory of the market. Okay, whether you've probably seen me talk about this in a webinar or anything like that, I want you to remember human memory. Okay, how does human memory work? So let's touch base on this a little bit first. So this video, I'm going to make it a few minutes longer because I think this is important for you to understand. Okay, so let's start with memory. I'm going to just type MEM. Okay, memory. All right, how does memory work? So let's assume you want to buy an iPhone. Okay, this is an weird looking iPhone, but you get the idea. Okay, that's the Apple. All right, so you want to buy this iPhone, and this iPhone currently costs $1,000. Okay, so if we plot this on a chart, it's going to be like, okay, this is the current price at $1,000. Nothing has happened, so the chart's not moving, obviously. But that's the $1,000 mark. Okay? Now, from that $1,000, the price goes up to $1,100. Then it goes to $1,050. Then $1,300. And then it goes to $600. Okay? Now the price is at $600. Okay? Suddenly, it was like a shock. Okay, from $600, it goes to $650. $650, it goes down to $300. But once it reaches $300, it shoots up immediately to $1,500. Okay, now we don't really care of what the real price is of the iPhone, but what happens is this is going to be ingrained into people's brains of, oh my God, what happened once the price reached $300? So in the near future, when the prices come back around and the prices are reaching, from 600 to 500 and they're approaching 300, around 300 or 350 or 320 or 290, around this box of price, people will start buying because their memory of what happened last time comes back and they will assume it will perform just like that. This is why in the technical analysis industry we call this a double bottom. Okay? Now everyone knows a double bottom pattern, but no one knows why. No one knows why it's made and why it's used. It is human psychology at work. Okay? Alright, so now you've understand a simple concept called memory. Okay? Memory only becomes permanent if it's shocking. This is not memory here. But this is. Okay? This is. Because it's shocking. The more the shocking, the stronger the memory. Okay? Just think of it like that. Just think of it like that. Keep it very simple and stuff like that. So, okay. So now that you've understood memory, let's go into a little bit on the digestion part. So the markets are moving down for a pullback, and then it does this. Bam! Okay? This will create memory. This will create memory. Now, and I want you to think of this large candle or large red candles that have come down in this market. I want you to think of this as that's a large meal. So, here's what I'm going to tell you. If that is a large meal and the next few candles does this, do not think the rubber band man is finished and we need to get ready for a buy. That's a large meal. It takes a long time to digest. He went up very, very quickly. We cannot digest it that quickly unless we go through it. If we go through it, then the digestion is done. But we haven't gone through it and we are at the area of memory. People will think this area is the spot to hit the sell again. That will cause this markets to go like this. Now, if you were buying that thinking, oh my God, the rubber band man's over, he cannot run anymore, and you buy that, you're in some trouble. You'll get stopped out. So markets are going down again. Again, a very big food he's just swallowed. He needs a long time to digest. So now what it's doing is, okay, he's digesting it. Okay. You see how he's digested it, but he's not going lower. He's not eating more food either. He's not going down lower. Okay, he's getting up to this area where people will try to sell again because it's very strong memory. They're unable to do anything. They're not eating. They're unable to do anything. You cannot enter a buy here, you will lose. You cannot enter a buy here, you will lose. You cannot enter a buy here, you are gambling. You can only enter your buy here. Because now you have gotten rid of this thing. You have fully digested that move properly. Let's do one more example. Because this is very important to understand of how long does something take to digest and roll over, okay? If you don't understand that concept of that digestion process, you will always enter a trade too early, okay? And many of you guys out there already who have been trading for a while, you will know what that means and what that feels like. It's a horrible feeling to enter too early, get stopped out, and then the trade works nicely. Or someone entering here, and then as soon as the price goes up a little bit, you close it thinking, okay, I made my money. Thank God, I made my money. But you have no idea, should I hold on? Can it go further? Nothing. Because the fear is there of, what if it comes back? What if it comes back? So when we lose money, we lose a full stop loss. But when we make money, oh, just take that. That's good enough. Just take that. A little bit's good. A little bit's good. Okay? This is going to cause a overall negative performance on your account. Okay? You can be at it and you can have the best trades, but overall, if I was an investor into your account, I would look at your account statement and be like, I don't care how many wins you have nonstop, I cannot invest with you because the numerical system is all wrong. It means one bad loss and you're going to wipe out all your trades. I cannot invest with you. Go try the public. Okay? But senior smart investors will not give you money. Okay? You will have to try the public and say, hey, you want to invest $10 with me? But you're not going to get 10 million backing you up. Does that make sense? All right. So let me give you another example here. So now let's do a downtrend. Okay. So the markets are hovering around, and then boom, breach happens, power, fundamentals, Asia breaks, blah, 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 blah. Okay, all of that's happened. You're like, yeah, I want to get in on this trade. So give me a better price, and whenever the big boys are getting ready, I'm going to get ready. So for me, because I cannot see the orders of the big boys and I don't have them on speed dial, I can do the best I can by understanding the momentum. And my trick for using momentum is either the rubber band man or the clear understanding of digestion. Okay? These are my tricks to actually solve that momentum problem. It does not mean the rubber band man is momentum. It is just a tool or a small shortcut for our brains to easily understand, all right, momentum is back in the game. Okay? So that's just a tool. Okay? All right, so now the market starts to pull back. Okay, he pulls back like this. Would you say there's any memory in this? Absolutely not. There's nothing shocking about this. Okay, and then he goes like this, and then he rolls over. He makes a sharp move down, a little bit memory there. Then he cannot go up a little bit more, ranging again, and you're like, that's it. I will sell. This sell will give you less complications because there's nothing you needed to digest along the way. It will give you less complications. Here's the problem. Many people will look at this and say, I can't sell this because look at all that support and resistance along the way. Oh my goodness, anyone who would sell this is stupid. That's incorrect. That is unfortunately incorrect. A support and resistance is as powerful only as memory behind it. Okay? This support and resistance is powerful because of the memory supporting it. Okay? The shock behind it. Remember, support and resistance is not a line in the market. It is a human shock value. Okay? People got afraid in the market. That is true support and resistance. Okay? Everything else is just a line. Kindergartens can draw a line, right? So it's just a line. Now let's take this example and switch it up a little bit. So let me say it's moving sideways and then bam. Okay. So you now know your sell is not happening anytime soon because he just ate a big meal, and to get rid of that, it's going to take some time. So, okay. Wow. Can I get ready to sell it now? No. You have to stand by. We are now approaching memory spots. Plus, the digestion just started. So what's going to happen? Now look at this. What about this shocking memory area? Okay, he had a large meal too. What about the digestion of that? He went straight through him as if it didn't matter. Maybe it was just a big apple. It digested very easily. He went straight back up. That now it's going to take even longer because it's such a sharp move. Okay. Okay. Nothing's happening. Okay, he's barely going higher high. Okay. Notice how long it's taken. This is now devouring all the stuff. The digestion is taking process. And not to mention, there's a strong sell side coming in with a lot of food to eat, which means now going back up is going to be harder. So if it goes back up because of this, and you have this now to challenge that, when the up happens, Great, my seller is in control. Fantastic. Prepare for sells, because the digestion of this is coming to an end. That much risk we can take. Selling here, too dangerous. Selling here, too dangerous, just because it's support and resistance. Not gonna happen. Okay, selling here because it's rolling over and going down, too dangerous. It's too early. Selling here, too risky, we don't know yet. You see how many spots there are that people can trade thinking it's the good spot to get in, but it's actually very dangerous? Because if you get in on the wrong spot, not only is your analysis incorrect, but your fear of maybe this trade will not work will be at all-time high. And the more times you do this incorrectly, the more times you will train your brain to trade wrong. And the more you do that, the bigger your fear will become. Whenever you make profit, you will just quickly take it. You will quickly take it because you don't know if that profit will ever get bigger. Okay? Because it comes with an anti-analysis of fear. Of, oh my God, just take this money. Cover for the loss that you had before. Take something. Okay? This is a major problem. This is a major problem. So this then causes a clear area, and from there he can go down, bounce a little bit more, and then continue down. Okay? So that helps you to say you're in the clear. You're in the clear. Okay, so you can see there is no exact pattern to this. It is the understanding of what is happening that tells you when. So if people tell me, okay, do I need to wait until this does this and then that and then I sell? After 2 times I sell it? No. It is the understanding of what's happening. What about now? What about now? What about now? Oh, okay, now it's ready. You cannot put that in a book in terms of A plus B plus C is equal to D. It is not a formula. You cannot formulate this. You have to easily monitor this as the momentum slows down and turns over. Okay, sorry for this video for being very long, but I really needed you to understand this as strongly as possible. Let's move on to our final video.